今朝は英会話は筋肉だというお話をしたいと思います。When I was around 18 or 19 up to maybe before I went to Los Angeles, so maybe 4 or 5 years or more than that, I attended to one of the English conversation school called MIH. Well, MIH is, I think the way they do is when I use the recent word is 回転寿司English conversation practice. In the first place, they delivered a sheet of paper in which a lot of conversation is written, and one set of the dialogue, they first show how to say it, pronounce it, and we repeat after that. And then we stand up. It's a kind of 回転寿司, one line people, and opposite side the people, student, and both sides stand up, and we begin that dialogue with the one in front of you. And if this dialogue finish, we move to the right hand side. The other guy is also moved to the right side, and we change the partners. So by this way, we practice this dialogue maybe 5 times, 6 times, and then we sat down again and start the new dialogue. By this way, we practice the dialogue each time, 5 times, 6 times, something like that. But what the teachers say is this conversation is not enough. You go you go home and you repeat this dialogue more than 10 times, maybe if the best is 30 times. This is why I say the English conversation is the muscle around the mouth, tongue, and so forth. Because I think this is the best way. Because when I went to Los Angeles and talked to family, the host family, the one I was able to speak is the conversation I learned in this MIH school. That was very, very funny to me, and I thought I was able to speak in a different way, different contents, but I realized the one that I can speak to my host family is the one I practice in that conversation school. So after all, I think this speaking is the muscle training. Well, remember when I said muscle training, one time I attended to a speaking class in Japan, in Japanese. The teacher was NHK's announcer, and what we did was the same. Mouth muscle training. And according to her, they will do this mouth muscle training every day, particularly when she has to appear on TV in the morning. Morning is our tongue and the mouth muscle is rather heavy. It's not easy to pronounce, even in Japanese. The muscle cannot move as quickly as possible. So we practice before we go into further in that classroom. We practice the muscle training, something like a, i, u, e, o, a, o, kaki, kuke, keko, kako, sashi, suse, seso, sasa, and go on. And this is just like muscle training, but I would say in English conversation, the dialogue itself, the easy one or difficult one or short one or long one, as often as possible you repeat, and then my muscle around my mouth and tongue can remember how to say it, and when I have to use that conversation, it comes out more freely. So what I would like to say is this MIH method was the best among other training I did so far. That was the best way. That's all.